Hi, my name is Joe, and I've attended New Life Tabernacle for a while. Well, I guess since March 2008. I started coming here because my friend Chris, who was just like a few houses away, was like, "You should come here," and I'm really glad he invited me here. When I first came to New Life Tabernacle, I didn't believe in God at all. Like, I knew for a fact, or I thought I knew for a fact he wasn't real. And back then I was just like really disrespectful towards my parents. Like we'd get into fights all the time, mainly because of me. And my mom would go to bed crying sometimes. And I got to the point with my dad where we couldn't even talk to each other. We'd just kind of look at each other and look away. Like, I also smoke, I drank, I love to do just pretty much anything bad, like just anything. And I love to get high. I was also like really depressed, like all the time. I would just kind of go in my room, lay down, sit, and people would call me and I just ignore my phone because I didn't want to talk to anybody because I was afraid that was going to make things worse. And I would be at school and I'd be like acting all happy and stuff, but whenever no one was looking, I'd walk away and I'd just kind of like go in the band room or something and just sit down and like secretly just kind of talk to myself about my problems. And I was just really upset at the time. I went to church one Wednesday and they were talking about camp and I was like, oh, I probably have summer school so I won't be able to go. So I just kind of like brushed it off my shoulder, ignored it. And then come to find out I didn't have to go to summer school because they messed up my schedule or something, and so I didn't have to go. I told my mom, hey, there's this church camp and I think it'd like relax me for a while. And she's just like, all right, well then let's go down to the church and read the pastor before I say yes. And she did that and she thought God was pretty cool. And the first day at camp, I was like at the ocean and I loved it because it's the ocean. And like we were on the beach and I saw them playing the music and it was pretty cool. I saw some people like with their heads down crying and I was just kind of wondering why. Because to them, I guess they felt something and I didn't. And I was like, okay. Well then the second day, pretty much the same thing happened, only services were a bit longer. And then the third day, I was like, okay, nothing. And then the last day, last night of service, we came in there and everyone, like it was last night and we all went up to the front during the end of service, sorta, and we praised. And like right after the little Lifehouse skip, we were up there and I just kind of stood there and all of a sudden I fell to my knees and I started crying, like crying my eyes out. And that second I knew that everything I had done before then was just like, I was not like right about there is no God. I knew that for a fact that that moment God had touched me and I was just relieved. Like all the stress, all the depression, the wanting cigarettes, the wanting to drink, wanting to get high, all that was just gone. And from that moment on, I've been happy. Now that I'm a Christian, now that I'm back home, me and my friends, we don't argue as much. My family, I don't argue with them. I give my mom respect and my dad respect. I care for a lot of things now. I no longer want to smoke, drink, or get high or any of that. And my friends were all cool. And thanks to Selena, Willie, and Trevor, and Chris, and all of my friends, and Nisha, we were like all tight, yo. And I read the Bible more, I pray every night. Before I came to Element, I kind of had I had a lot of friends, but not as many as I do now. Element has just helped me get a whole bunch more friends. I feel like I can trust a lot of people here.